Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. Fans can expect Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn to reconnect with Chelsea, Lawson, Melissa, Claire, Egan. Meanwhile, Devon Winters, Britton James has a heated argument with Amanda Sinclair, Michelle Morgan. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the next episode of the CBS soap opera. Make sure to check out our next week Y&R spoilers. Here, Kane Ashby's GC return. Let's start off with Kane, who made an unexpected trip back to Genoa City. The other party guests don't know this, just Amanda. However, as the guests talk about the mystery, as well as Kane claiming that someone is trying to kill him, they could demand to see the host. Now Adam Newman's Mark Grossman trip to Nice to crash the party is making a bit more sense. Read more. Find out what happened on the last episode of Y&R. Back to Kane. He meets with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens. The two have a secret arrangement, but nobody can know about it. Now Kane wants Holden to make connections, one of which is Claire, Grace, Newman, Haley, Aaron. Chelsea Lawson reconnects after Holden left the meeting. Kane thought about Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, then he ran smack into Chelsea. It is teased that the two will reconnect. However, it is also stated later in the week that Chelsea smells a con job. As a fan who didn't watch when Kane was on before, played by Daniel Goddard, I'm interested to see Chelsea's take. Will she get the same feeling as Lily, that something about Kane is off? Since Victor Newman, Eric Bredin, is unreachable, Adam will want to warn him of everything he and Chelsea have discovered. Devon Winters versus Amanda Sinclair. The Young and the Restless spoilers for tomorrow's episode reveal that Devon will get into a heated debate with Amanda. Devon might say that they are all tired of playing these games and want to go home now. Devon could also want to discuss this would-be murder mystery with Kane. However, will Kane already be back in Nice or still in Genoa City? Of course, Devon and Amanda also have a history, so some of that could come up during their heated debate about Kane. Read this. What's the Young and the Restless endgame with Sharon and Nick? Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. Fans will also see Phyllis Summers' Michelle Stafford come across valuable intel. Could Phyllis stumble into the surveillance room? Maybe she discovers that Kane is gone. Whatever this information is, expect her to use it to her full advantage. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what is coming up next. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Wednesday, July 2nd. Kane and Chelsea connect. Devon versus Amanda. A twist no one saw coming. Kane Ashby is back in Genoa City, and his return sets off a domino effect of drama, tension, and unexpected connections. On the Wednesday, July 2nd episode of The Young and the Restless, familiar faces collide in ways that feel both nostalgic and refreshingly new. Kane doesn't waste time easing into town. He lands straight into the orbit of Chelsea Lawson, who's been quietly nursing wounds of her own and looking for someone who actually sees her beyond the headlines. Their paths cross at crimson lights in what appears to be a simple conversation, but viewers will quickly realize there's potential for something deeper. Kane, still rough around the edges but wiser after time away, picks up on Chelsea's guarded vulnerability, and Chelsea, often the fixer, seems intrigued by Kane's calm strength. The two share stories, scars, and more than a few sideways glances that hint at an emotional alliance forming, one that could eventually turn romantic. But with Kane's complicated past and Chelsea's guarded future, are they headed toward healing or heartbreak? Meanwhile, in a completely different corner of Genoa City, Devon Hamilton finds himself at odds with none other than Amanda Sinclair. A confrontation that has been brewing for weeks. Their once warm rapport has grown increasingly icy, and on July 2nd, the tension boils over. At Chancellor Winters, Devon and Amanda clash during a boardroom meeting over company strategy. But their argument quickly turns personal. Devon accuses Amanda of operating from emotion rather than logic, especially when it comes to any decision involving Tucker McCall. Amanda fires back, questioning Devon's objectivity where family is concerned, especially Nate and Abby, and she subtly hints that Devon's recent choices have blurred the line between loyalty and naivety. The verbal sparring is charged, fiery, and laced with unresolved feelings. It's clear these two still carry emotional baggage from their former relationship, and with Amanda's confident, direct energy challenging Devon's deeply rooted need for control, Things are bound to get more intense before they settle. The business disagreement could very well turn into a battle for influence within the company, and perhaps a deeper personal reckoning neither of them expected. Elsewhere, Billy Abbott senses the growing closeness between Chelsea and Kane, and while he wouldn't admit it out loud, there's a flicker of jealousy he can't quite suppress. Though Billy has tried to move forward and maintain boundaries with Chelsea, the idea of her leaning on another man, especially one as bold and unpredictable as Kane, unsettles him. This leads Billy to seek comfort in the one person who never hesitates to call him out: Lily Winters. Their conversation at society is laced with double meanings, and while Lily tries to keep things professional, Billy can't help but wonder if everyone in his life is moving on except him. Lily urges him to let go of what he can't control, but the message doesn't quite land. For Billy, Chelsea represented a second chance at family, and watching that slip through his fingers without ever fully understanding why might be one of his greatest regrets. At the Newman Ranch, Victor Newman is still playing chess with the lives of his children, manipulating from behind the scenes as only he can. He's keeping a close eye on Victoria, who continues to distance herself from the family business in the wake of Claire's ordeal and Jordan's looming shadow. Victor grows increasingly frustrated by her silence and introspection, suspecting that she's not telling him everything. In a private moment with Nikki, Victor confides his belief that Victoria is hiding a deeper truth, one that could affect the Newman legacy if left unchecked. Nikki, for her part, urges patience and compassion, but Victor is already making plans to dig deeper. What he uncovers in the coming weeks could shake the Newman family to its core, especially as whispers around Claire's paternity continue to swirl, and Victor starts wondering whether Cole Howard's involvement in the past goes deeper than anyone is letting on. Back at Chancellor Winters, Nate Hastings finds himself caught in the crossfire of Devon and Amanda's fallout. Nate, already struggling to rebuild his reputation after the Ashland debacle and past corporate betrayals, now faces a new dilemma: whether to side with Devon in the dispute or quietly lend Amanda some support. Devon's loyalty to Nate has always been shaky, and Amanda's reemergence could drive a new wedge between the cousins. Nate takes a meeting with Amanda to discuss legal updates, but their conversation quickly turns to Devon's increasingly volatile leadership. Amanda warns Nate that if Devon doesn't get a handle on his emotions, the board might step in, and that could put Nate in a powerful position if he plays his cards right. The glint in Nate's eyes suggests he hasn't ruled anything out, even if it means exploiting old wounds for new gains. Meanwhile, Abby Newman Abbott tries to stay out of the corporate mess, focusing instead on her growing concerns about her relationship with Devon. She notices his mood swings, his obsession with business, and how distant he's become since Amanda came back. Abby confides in Mariah, who gently suggests that maybe Devon isn't over Amanda, and maybe Abby needs to have a real conversation with him before it's too late. Though hesitant, Abby prepares to confront Devon about his emotional availability. Just as Devon heads into yet another power struggle at the office, the timing couldn't be worse, and what was meant to be a heartfelt discussion may erupt into yet another storm, with Abby questioning where she really stands in Devon's life, in lighter but still intriguing developments. Chelsea opens up to Kane about her creative work with Connor and her desire to find a new outlet for purpose. Kane suggests they collaborate on a community outreach project to help troubled teens, something he's been considering since his own kids went through tough transitions. Chelsea is touched by the idea and begins to see Kane as more than just a charming distraction. They exchange contact information, and by the end of the episode, there's a text exchange that hints at their next meeting being far more personal. This pairing might seem unconventional, but it's precisely the kind of emotional wildcard that Y&R thrives on. Both characters have battled mental health challenges, made controversial choices, and lived through betrayal together. They just might help each other rewrite the narrative. As night falls over Genoa City, the camera pans out across the town from the tense boardrooms of Chancellor Winters to the quiet contemplation at the Newman Ranch, to the blossoming connection over lattes at Crimson Lights. Secrets linger in every corner, alliances shift like sand, and new players continue to reshape the landscape. July 2nd's episode is a rich tapestry of emotion, rivalry, and redemption, setting the stage for a summer of reckoning. Kane's return isn't just a nostalgic cameo, it's a catalyst. Devon and Amanda's conflict isn't just about strategy, it's about identity. And Chelsea's next chapter might be far more powerful than anyone could have predicted. One thing is certain: in Genoa City, nothing stays buried for long, not love, not secrets, and certainly not the truth. With Amanda reasserting her presence, Chelsea considering a second chance at love, and Kane redefining where he belongs. Wednesday's episode will leave fans with burning questions and impossible choices. And for viewers who've been waiting for new dynamics and deeper drama, this might just be the beginning of The Young and the Restless, shaking things up in ways we haven't seen in years. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.